coasters out there because we have this cute little table out there. It's just a two chairs out there with a little table and a little umbrella. My husband and I eat dinner out there a lot. And I'm just going to make some little coasters because when we take our cold drinks out there, then our drinks, if we have ice, leaks onto the tablecloth and causes a big mess. So I thought maybe if I could make some coasters that are just simple and hot glued together, that would be nice. So I'm just trying to get my size here, what I want. These are a little bit too big. Probably wasting fabric doing this, but it's all raw edged anyways. So about that size for finished length. This we're just going to have to move to the side there. Okay, so if we can get 4 of these, I would be ecstatic. Let me put those on top here so we get about the same size. Pretty close. There. Okay. So we have about 4, pretty close to the same size. Okay, I need to cut this fold here. Square it up a little bit. And I thought we would just kind of go ahead with the cherry theme in this video. So, and this is not perfect fabric, but I do like the, it's kind of like outdoorsy. I don't know, when you use burlap, it just kind of seems so kind of natural, I guess I'm going to say. Okay, so we're just going to take one by one, and then we're going to cut some squares. I think we'll do the green, and we're going to put this on the back side. Since I didn't bring, I wanted to use felt, and I forgot. And I did see the green felt. I forgot to grab it for the backing, but that's what I wanted to use on the back, or we have some other white, kind of like a batting type thing that's kind of flat. That would have been real nice, too. These are kind of already cut into strips, so let's see what we can do. If we can find some ends, kind of match it up a little bit, and then we want it to be about this, a little bit smaller than what our burlap is. So we're going to need a square. Let's say something. Just guesstimating here. We can clean it up a bit, get it a little more square and unified. So it would be on the back like that, and then you'd have a little bit of this that we can kind of unravel on the edges. Maybe just a little bit smaller even. Take a little bit, trim a little bit more off each so it stays square. Something like that. Something like that, because we're gonna after we glue it, we're gonna kind of unravel these edges. So this is gonna be on the back, so we need 2 more this size. I hope you guys can see okay. So let's do 2 more. Let's get this material lined up here. And you can do whatever color theme you want. We have a bunch of different colors going on outside, so I'm not real worried about it. We have, our house is green siding we're putting stone on the inside. So green is fine. Okay, so we have our 4 pieces. We're going to hot glue those onto the back of these. I usually have something underneath here, but we're just going to go with it. We're going to get some hot glue going. We need another. I did buy some brand new sticks because I ran out. I wasn't able to do any hot gluing for a while. And I went to Walmart with a friend for some flowers for the house. And I said, hey, I need a couple other things. Do you mind? He's like, no, it's okay. I was like, okay. So we went and ran and got some hot glue sticks and a couple other little things. And I had a pretty good trip. I never go to Walmart. I never shop at Walmart, but I did because they had air conditioners on sale, and my friend wanted to get one, and he wasn't feeling good. So he asked me to drive him there, and he needed it immediately because he had clients coming in for his Airbnb. So I kind of helped him out a little bit. And just kind of center it the best you can. Center it better than I am. See, and if you had the felt, it would be just a little bit thicker. And I wish I would have got it on there a little bit straighter, but next time I'm going to do it the opposite way. So anyway, we can put our felt on there. So there's no sewing involved, so you can just unravel some of this now. Hot glue is going to keep it from going too far into the fabric. So super cute. I guess we'll do that one too. It started to come off. And you can take off how much ever you want to take off, right? And then I'm just going to square up this little fringe here a little bit. It's out of whack. And then so it's something like that. So it's something like that. And then on this side, we're going to do maybe another piece of material so it has some little thickness to it so it can absorb the water. And this is just cotton material that I'm using. My darn hot glue gun. I usually bring a little ceramic piece or a little piece of wooden cutting board or something so it leaks onto that and not onto my surface. So then we're going to cut another piece for the inside, which will be the top, okay? It's going to be the top. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this other green. Get the pin out. I put all of my fabric onto cardboard. I try to. I still have some that's not. So I'm just going to match it up with the green little square. So I want it about the same size. So maybe like about right there, I'm guessing. And about right there, I'm guessing. And this is doubled. And this is green, white with green polka dot. Very, very tiny. It's going to be so cute. And then we're going to do a little cherry design on this material, on the top. Which will be the top. So we have our 4. Okay. Roll this back up here. See, saving some of these small pieces are pretty nice, but I have so much of it. And I need to really filter out. I'd like to get rid of one whole closet in my sewing shop. Okay, let's see how square we are. We can kind of tweak this just a tad. A little off. I'm going to make a nice dinner tonight for my husband. We're going to have salmon. We've been eating pretty healthy I had been sick again with, my husband loves to eat out and I get sick every single time. So we have been very careful about what I'm eating, and we've been cooking at home a lot more. And I feel much better. Okay, we're going to try to get this a little bit straight. There. And see how super easy these are. Super cute, super easy. And I think they'll work fantastically. I really do. Amazing. Have that like that. You can take off another piece. I want to make sure those are a little bit glued on the bottom so it holds that fraying edge from going any further. So this is going to be our front. And then let's get all of the fronts put on first before we start cutting out circles. Oops, I'm sliding down in this chair. I should have took the pillow out behind me and I could sit back a little bit better. All right, so we're going to do our back. We're just going to do like a square around the edge. Try to get as close as you can to the edge, so that way it stops the fraying. And I did a cross, or X. I'm going to try to lay this down. Halfway square where you have a little bit on each side. And then we're going to, that's the part I don't want. Sorry, it must sound horrible on film. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to put on our front piece, and then this one you can see a little bit better. My hair is all wet. I just got out of the shower and I just said, you know what, I want to do this right now and I don't feel like getting all glitzed up. I have on my other cute little sundress. It is so comfortable. I got it from Amazon. I bought the blue one and I bought this brown one and they are amazing. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Try to get it in the middle because if you goof, you goof. Oh, I'm stuck already. Don't want a wrinkle. I really don't want wrinkles. There. And then you can come back and touch up where it didn't, like, these are just for outside, so I mean it doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but they are going to be nice and functionable, do you think? Pretty flat, pretty good. And you could do the vice versa too. You could do where that's the front, but I wanted I'm going to do this color for the leaf for the cherry, so I didn't want that to be the front. So that's why I have two different colors, but you could do the same one. Maybe you're going to do a lemon or maybe you're going to do something else, but I chose cherry for this video, so I'm going to just stay with the theme of the video, which will be just fine. We have cherries in our den now with the little cushions, the little slip covers for the cushions for the pillows that we purchased. I just love them. They look so sweet in here. Really, really darling. And then we can kind of shear this up a little bit. I'm going to take off some of these that are going to come off eventually anyway, excuse me. And then just kind of, you know, cut it how you want it to be. Mine are not all the same, perfect, even, you know, but that's the fun of doing something homemade, just kind of, you know, generic. We have two now. They'll be just fine. They're going to be so cute. I really like them already. Okay, we're going to do our green for our backing on the next one. Trying to get close to that edge so that I don't have to go back and fill in. and then an X. However you want to go about it. Then we're going to get a hold of this thing and flip it onto here. Something like that. And we're going to do our top. Well, let me do the material. I think it works out better. See how fast those glue sticks go? They really go fast. And you could sew this just as well. If you don't have a glue gun and you want to sew it, sew it. Be super cute too. And these would even make a nice little gift for someone. Like you took them some little gift for, say, 4th of July or something, and you took them some outdoor little cuttings or fresh flowers or something in a little basket, and then you added these to their little gift. I think it'd be super cute. Nice little handmade craft gift. I don't know about you guys, but I love giving. I love to give when I go places. I got a little wrinkle, you guys, on this one. Glue kind of folded back on me, and paper, the fabric folded back on me, and I got a little. Try to fix it best we can. Get it down. Get all the edges. Sometimes when you're looking at the back and you're putting the glue on, you think, wow, I'm really close to the edge. But then when you turn it over and you look at it, you're like, I'm not close to the edge at all. It's like, darn it. All right, let me get some of this off of my fingers so I can work. So I hope you guys have been having a good week so far. You know, the weekend is going to be 4th of July. Have you thought about that? What's going on? Making plans or anything like that? Okay, so we have our third one, which is a little bit crumpy in the corner here. Okay, not so bad. Pretty good. So we have our third one, and then we have one more to go. And then we're going to do this one. I've been looking at houses today in Florida. I don't know why. It's hot enough here, right? It's just like my husband and I wanted to move there, and then with all the hurricanes, we didn't move. And then now I hear about all these people moving there, and it's like, oh, I don't want to get left out. I want to move there too. So I don't know. I just don't know. But when he retires, we're going to go somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going to downsize. We have a huge home here. It's probably about 6,000 square feet. It's way too much to keep up. And the yard is 20 acres, and it's like, it's too much. So I know some of you that watch are my age or less. And when you get to this age, it's like, what do, you know? It'd be nice to stay here because my kids are here, my grandkids are here, but it would also be a wonderful life in Florida. And my husband has his family in Florida, and they keep in touch with us more than my kids do. You know, they call like weekly, and they are on it. I mean, they really like talking to us and stuff. And my kids, I don't know, here lately kind of blow us off a little bit. So I'm like, well, never out of the question, you know? Never out of the question. Never put boundaries on yourself, you know? Just don't do it. Anything is possible. So I believe anyway. My opinion. Only my opinion. And you know I like giving it freely. Why, I have no idea. But I'm kind of outspoken that way. But, you know, everybody is what they are. Okay. So... Alright, and we're just kind of, these were all out of shape. Okay, this one, the little edge is showing on the back quite a bit. And good thing I didn't glue it all the way down. We're going to just take a little run past there. Clip it off. Like I said, they don't all have to be perfect. Okay, let's get our mess out of the way. And now we get to do the fun part, which is the decorating. Okay, so we have our 4 pieces. Oh, we forgot to fringe this one. My garden is coming up really well. I'm surprised how well, actually. It's doing great. I have little peas coming up. I planted some peas in a pot, a hanging pot. Looks so cute. And then I also have this trellis that I moved to the garden. It's like this shelf trellis. It was really a plant shelf. And I had it in my house. And I was like, I don't know. I just got tired of it. And I put it outside. And I had it over by the grapes. And then I just moved it to the garden in one area where the other peas are growing. And I thought I could take some string out today and have the trellis go up the string. I think it'll be super cute. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have our 4 little coasters. Oh, my nose itches so bad. I hate to say that on video, but golly, it's not like runny. It's just itch. Ugh, it's hectic. I have allergies inside and out. Okay, we're going to cut out some circles. We're going to cut some cherries out of this material. I'm just going to take a whack off of this. Let's see what we can do. It's like a flaw in the material, so we're going to have to make sure we don't hit that flaw. And then we're just going to cut out some circles that would be our cherries. And we're freehanding all this, you guys. So bear with me. We're freehanding it. Pretty good. Let's try a few more. We're going to need quite a few circles because we'll need 2 for each. Because if we do a cherry like here, and then maybe a cherry down here, one up a little higher than the other one. Okay, and then one there, one there. Okay, we have to do this a little bit uniform. Let's see here. I think we want it kind of on the diagonal. Yeah. So one up a little higher like that. This one down a little bit lower. And then the same thing. Yeah. So this one, this one down a little bit lower. So it'll be this one down a little bit lower, this one up a little bit higher. Okay, so it'll go like that. And then when we do the leaves, we'll like curve the leaves so it's kind of like, I think that would be the best, or what would be the best? Maybe this one up a little higher and this one down a little bit lower. This one up a little bit higher, this one down a little bit lower if you do it on the diagonal. I kind of like that, actually. So then the leaves will have more room for the leaves. That's what we'll do. Okay, so we need about 4 more. And then we'll cut our leaves out. And then I think we maybe just draw in our stem. So here we have 4 more. So if we do it on the diagonal, this one is up a little bit higher, this one is down a little bit lower. I think that's how it goes. Oh, that one only got half of a. I need 1 more. This one was lower. I'm going to do 1 more. 1 more circle. There. Okay, so 1 more circle, and that one's up a little bit higher. I'm going to make this a little more round. It's kind of oval. So I'm kind of tweaking that one a little bit. And you could do it with a dark burgundy. You could do it, you know, with, different color. You could do it with a little pink, you know, whatever you choose. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue these on. So I'm going to do mine kind of like on a diagonal. So I have this one down lower. This one's going to be up higher. You can turn the material so it doesn't all look the same shape. That's what I want to say. Shape. Okay, and then this one down a little lower. And then up a little higher. That. And then this one. This one is down here, which is a little bit lower. And this one is up here, a little bit higher. Okay, so we have our cherries on. I'm going to take a marker. I think these are, if I have one in here. I thought I had a green. Let me see if I have a green or a brownish. I have a black marker, a permanent marker. I wonder if I should do black. Because I have blue and red. Maybe I'll just do black. I don't see the green. I don't think this is going to be orange. That's not good. We'll just do a black marker. We want these to be simple, so, and this is a permanent marker, so, I'm trying to think here. So we want this to kind of come up and swing like that. Kind of swing like that, and then we're going to put the leaves on, okay? Like 2 peas in a pod, right? It's amazing just putting the stem on how it really makes it look like a cherry. It's amazing. Okay. We've been improving our outdoor area. We've ordered 2 chairs. We have one put together. And we have the other one to put a lounge chair, like for laying in the sun. And then we took our table from out here. Behind me is all bare right now because we're going to end up putting a glass table there for all of our mail that comes in. We get so much mail. So, and it ends up on my island in the kitchen, and I'm so sick of it. And I'm just reading about how toxic it is for you. So I got my husband convinced that we're going to move that whole thing. It's not going to come in our kitchen anymore. And it's going to go out here on this glass table where it can get sorted and you can sit there and pay the bills and everything, and it's just going to be so much better. Our office is just filled right now with, oh my gosh, extra computers and just stuff, you know. So he's going to clean all of that out. That's going to be wonderful. So I'm just going to take these strips and I'm going to kind of cut some, I don't know how big they can be, not too big to fit on our square. And cherry leaves, I think, are just kind of like a little thin oval, kind of, sort of. So something like that. Let's see how we can make them fit. Oh, how cute! Darling, so darling. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need another stick. So you're gonna need 3 sticks for 4 to make 4 of these. So if you're making more than that, beware. And it's okay if the leaf hangs off into the fringe a little bit. I think it makes it look a little more, I don't know how to describe it. Get on there. Oh, how cute. Now, should this one be the same size? Is it going to look okay? Yes, it's going to look fine. It's going to be fine. I thought maybe to have to do the other one a little bit smaller to make it look right, but it's going to be okay. Beautiful. You want to get that lined up at the tip there so you don't show. Pretty good. Pretty good. There you have our first one completed. Super sweet. Get all the glue off of it. I like it. I think I need another little dot of glue right where that tip comes together. Make sure that's nice and glued. All right, there's our first finished one. And then we're going to do these others and we'll be complete. And see, it didn't take that much time, especially if you do things. Usually I do things where I'll cut this stuff out and it's like I'm going to get back to it and then I go back to it and then I glue it back together. You know, I don't get to just sit down and do it. You know what I mean? So this was kind of nice, taking the time and being with you guys and doing this. Fun, fun, fun. So much fun. And thank you for whoever is still with me. It's still watching to the end. Thank you so much. Put cherries in the comments if it's one of you that are still with me this long. Appreciate it so much. There's our second one. Super cute. I better not lay it on top of each other. It might stick together and ruin the whole thing. Okay. 2 more. I got almost all of, well, I didn't get almost all. I got 4 doors painted on my house. So I've been working on painting them dark brown. So I got 4 painted, and I have the big garage door to do yet, and I have the outside garage doors to do yet, and the chalet. We have a little chalet and I have that to do yet. And we'll have all of our doors painted brown. And then I have to finish the deck. I started painting the deck last year, and it was late in the season, and it got cold and rainy, and I didn't get it done. So I am hoping to still continue doing that. And I have not seen the groundhog. He's been hanging out underneath our deck all spring, and I have not seen him lately, but I did have some of my stuff dug up in the garden again. So I've been fighting with him. He ate all the tops off of my onions, and he dug up some of my potatoes. Darn it. And this is our last one. Super excited about this. And I think they have enough weight to them where they won't blow away. So, it'll be all right. I love things handmade, hand done. Just adds a little charm to your house, you know, you entertain or whatever. It just adds a little bit of charm. And sure, I could go and buy them. Of course I can. But I like sharing my little projects with you guys because I enjoy them so much. And I have to pull weeds after this. So it's about 79, that's what they said, 79 today. How adorable. So I'm going to unplug my gun right away so I don't forget. I'm good at that sometimes. Forgetting to unplug or shut off my iron in my shop. I'm terrible. The other day I left it on all night long. It's like, oh, I can't believe I did that. You know, I'm doing something, and then my husband calls or somebody calls me or whatever, and then you know, maybe I was almost done, and then I get pulled away, and then I'm okay when I don't get pulled away. I'm always pulled away from what I'm doing, and then that's when, you know, things like that happen. So you have to be a little more careful. But don't tell my husband I did that. He's done some crazy things too, let me tell you, so he's in the same ballpark. But anyway. Okay. So we have these. So here's 1, 2. Don't they look cute together? 2, 3, and 4. I think they're adorable. And I think my husband will think they're adorable too. And they're a green color, and I'm sure he'll use them because, yeah, they're not like a prissy pink or something, you know what I mean? So they'll be like, oh yeah, give me one of those. You know, when you have a cold bottle of beer or something like that, and it leaks all over, or I love like ice. I love making me little mocktails with ice. And then, you know, it wants to sweat all over the place. So that's it for now. So I'm going to go for now, and I'll be talking to you guys real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.